Alright, Electric Motor Division, General Motors Corporation, Maintenance Instructions 1726, Locomotive Storage Procedures. General storage procedure for the General Motors locomotive and their component parts are divided in three main categories of file: preparation for storage, and inspection. Copy of the procedure should be placed in the conspicuous place for the stored equipment so that anyone deprocessing a unit will be alerted to remove all materials used in process. Original packing material should be removed upon receipt of the shipment. The equipment that can be inspected with the shipping damage, bags, boxes, if the shipment in person was not intended for the door, do they provide adequate protection for outside storage even in relatively short periods. It's advised to perform any maintenance necessary of the equipment that has been serviced before the storage or preparations are made. Carbonaceous deposits often form in the oil pan on the top deck of the engines that have been in service, in which such engines are stored with the rust preservatives used in tend to loosen such deposits. The deposits may peel away with a clog. Important oil passage of the engine, and again placed in with service to prevent the areas involved should be sprayed with the diesel fuel oil to break up the deposit of the oil system. Should be carefully flushed to remove the material file with the following instruction given in Maintenance Instruction 1757. Materials recommended storage will not cause the deterioration of the seal of the other equipment. If the equipment can be pulled back and into service without washing out, protective fluids provided for the engine is pre-lubed with a turbocharged auxiliary lube oil pump. When the engine is so equipped, actuator allowed to pump oil with the turbocharger bearings for its full time period before bearing over the engine or starting attempt is made. When vapor phase inhibitor paper is used, it should be placed on the white side toward the surface of the protected with the white surface that turns to brown. Protective quality is gone, and the fresh vapor phase inhibitor paper must be used. Caution: vapor phase inhibitor only with the areas outlined in the source, even the inside of the engine electrical equipment. The vapor phase inhibitor causes copper and zinc discoloration, also causes silicone seals to harden and take a permanent set. Indicator card should be used with desiccant bags. Inspection made with the color periodically of the bags and cars should be renewed with the color of the car. With the indicator of the desiccant bags must be placed over the excess water accumulates with the bags. The water will not drip the electrical equipment finished service. Some designation package preservative material with a brief of the text, but with a more fully described the materials list of the files, a vendor's name provided with a certain material with a military standard number for the others. The military standard materials over their equivalent can be obtained from any of the protected packaging material company. Material list. Nalco 41 corrosion inhibitor with the tactium 8023 EM. Caution used on the tactium 823 bearing with the electric motive suffix EM suffix letters. Diesel fuel oil, lubricating oil, governor oil, vapor phase inhibitor, barrier paper, air brake cylinder grease, barrier material, waterproof flexibility, barrier material, greaseproof, waterproof, flexible, asset, activated bag, corrosion prevention, compound grade 4, tape, waterproof, pressure sensitive, petroleum jelly, stanley, petroleum. Preparation for storage, adequate circuit, preservative fluids to all of the internal engine parts, components of the cooling system necessary to run the engine, idle speed with a short interval. It suggests that the preliminary preparation listed be following in the order process simultaneously during the single short run of the engine. Air compressor or compressor exhauster, drain all lines and sump of the waters, drain oil from the crankcase, change crankcase with the tactium 823 EM. Engine cooling system, drain cooling system include with the cap heater for the piping, prepare for the engine coolant solution using number 41 cold water with the means for the specification maintenance instruction 1748 with an Nalco 41 current concentration of 3 pints per 100 gallons of water fill system, the proper operation level. Engine fuel system. If a good grade of fuel has been used with the recommended maintenance instruction 1750 with the provided the necessary with the protection with the injector fuel pump, the other system components of fuel grade is not considered with the satisfactory drain tank, and add sufficient quantity of the high quality fuel for use during the short engine run period. Engine governor, if the governor has operating with a turbine type of oil recommended in maintenance instruction 1764, the oil provided with the adequate rust and oxidation prevention property of the two. If the governor oil is not considered satisfactory, drain filled to normal operation level. Tactium 823 EM. Fan speed increase, drive drain oil from the gear case to fill gear case with the operating level with the tactium 823 EM. Engine lube oil system, one drain lube oil system including filter elements in the housing, engine strainer housing, and not necessary to replace filter elements with new elements. 2. Charge the lubricating oil so the tactium 823 EM that normally do when the lube oil change. Make certain the strainer housing is full of the turbocharger filter and auxiliary filter housings are filled with the preservative oil. Start the engine run at idle speed for the approximately 15 minutes without load. Properly circulate with the protective fluid throughout the engine and lube oil system. Alternately energize the de-energize with the governor overriding solenoid ORS. To thoroughly flush the load regulator vane motor associated with the piping. The engine should remain relatively cool during the circulating run. 4. Stop the diesel engine storage. The following storage procedure will provide sufficient protection on equipment being stored with a period up to 2 years. In case where storage period will exceed 2 years, all procedures contained in preparation for storage and storage must be repeated at 2-year intervals. Engine cooling system. Drain engine cooling system cap heater if the after drain is completely closed. All valves and system and plug any pipes and vents. Caution: do not use an alcohol 41 solution to charge another system. Engine fuel system. 1. Drain fuel tank piping. Remove filler caps. Spray tactium 823 EM into the tank. Replace filler caps. Plug fuel tank vents. Purge the fuel system with the tactium 823 EM. When the tactium flows through the fuel return line, the engine mounted fuel filters bar over the engine over with 1 complete revolution. 5. Allow fuel lines to drain. 6. Remove filter elements. Drain clean filter housing. Spray filter housing tactium 823 EM and replace filter elements, filter housing, and cover. Engine lube oil system. Drain the tactium 823 EM from the lube oil system. Include filter elements and straining housing. To know if the preservative oil has to be used on more than one engine, it must be filtered with a train before reuse. Disconnect train oil pressure line to the governor. 3. If the lube oil color is equipped with the vent, wrap the vent with a vapor phase inhibitor. B. Secure with a preservative sensitive tape. Engine governor drain oil of the tactium 823 from the governor. Hang two 1-pound bags just on the exterior of the governor. Wrap the entire governor with a military B-131 barrier paper. Make sure the governor is completely covered and wrapped it as airtight as possible. Seal with pressure sensitive tape. Engine spray each airbox with the tactium 823 EM. Spray each cylinder liner bore mist with the tactium 823 EM as ports over each liner are uncovered, bearing the engine over. 3. Close the airbox cover. Check seals for proper position. Check the cylinder test valves are closed. 4. Remove oil pan cover. Spray the lower end of the cylinder lines with the mist of the tactium 823 EM. Replace covers. 5. Coat all parts of the engine top deck covers with the streamer spray with the tactium 823 EM. Fasten the top deck cover securely with the tape. All edges preserve the sensitive tape. Apply plywood exhaust stack cover seal with the mill MB131 barrier material preserve sensitive tape. 7. The engine air intakes on units with filters mounted on the engine blowers completely cover the filter units of the military B131 barrier material secure with a pressure sensitive tape. On units with car body mounted oil bath fiberglass elements, paper element, engine air filters disconnect with the hoses leading to the blower inlets covered with the openings with the MB131 barrier material secure with a pressure sensitive tape. On turbocharged units, disconnect with the housing lead with the turbo inlet cover opening with a mill B131 secure with pressure sensitive tape. Coat all exterior unpainted machine surfaces such as the coupling cylinder test valves and injector control shaft linkage with bearings with mill C16, 17, 3 grade 4 equivalent. Air compressor exhauster, drain tactile 823 EM from the crankcase. Wrap air filter mill MB131 seal with a pressure sensitive tape. Wrap breather cap, all safety valves with the mill MB131 seal pressure sensitive tape. Electric starting motor, coat pinion gear with tactium 823M, load regulator drain oil and vane motor, governor oil connection pipe on commuter type load regulators. Remove the cover mill B121. Between brushes, communicator, replace cover, wrap entire until the MB131 barrier material and seal with a pressure sensitive tape. 3. On faceplate with tape type loaded regulators cover the entire unit with a mill B131 barrier material and seal with a pressure sensitive tape. Main generator and alternator coat unpainted external steel forces with a mill C16, 17, 3 grade 4 equivalent rear brushes. Place a sheet with a mill B121 barrier material between brushes, communicator, and slip rings. Place 8 1-pound bags suspended lower of the parts of the generator airbox. Brush hold the air suspend bags if they are not in contact with the metal. Care should be taken with the bags can be removed without breaking. 4. Wrap shaft between generator and generator coupling of the vapor phase inhibitor B, secured with the pressure bent sensitive tape enclosure. Entire coupling end of the generator mil B131 barrier material sealed with the pressure sensitive tape. On DC generators with low brush holder area open, wrapped entire brush holder of the generator with a mil B131 barrier materials sealed with the pressure sensitive tape. On generation airbox blowers, the cover for the air block intake mil B131 barrier material sealed with the pressure sensitive tape. Seal airbags access panel with a preservative sensitive tape. Auxiliary motors, raised brushes, place sheet with a mil B121 barrier material between the brushes. Communicators, all DC motors, wrap all auxiliary motors with the MB131 barrier material secured with a pressure sensitive tape. Traction motor blowers cover inlet with a vapor phase inhibitor B with shield with a pressure sensitive tape. Generator blower cover air inlet with an MB131 barrier material and secure with a pressure sensitive tape. Auxiliary generator raised brushes place sheet with a mil B121 barrier material between the bus and communicator. Place 2 1-pound bags under the inspection covers on each inside with the cover both end generators mil B131 seal with a pressure sensitive tape. 4 co-on painted external seal first with mil C1617 3 grade A or equivalent wrap vapor phase inhibitor B paper around shaft between the generator engine seal with a pressure sensitive tape. Electrical cabinets, remove of the package all fuses mil B131 barrier material sealed with a pressure sensitive tape. Open all switches, circuit breakers. 2, 3 protect all exposed contact tips with thin film of petroleum jelly. 4 wrap resistor M mil B131 barrier material sealed with a pressure sensitive tape. 6 suspend 10 1-pound bags distance over the various points of the main electrical cabinet. Seal with the all openings pressure sensitive tape. Seal with the opening of the cable through the rum outside pressure sensitive tape. 6 seal opening with the electrical cabinet air filled with mil B131 barrier material secure with the pressure sensitive tape. 7 suspend 3 1-pound bags of descent into the auxiliary electrical cabinet and seal all openings with the pressure sensitive tape. Our electrical vent located outside of the electrical cabinet. Supply light coat with the petroleum gel on the contact tip of the connectors. Wrap connector with the mil B131 barrier material sealed with the pressure sensitive tape. Wrap resistor switches magnet valve with mil B131 barrier material sealed with the pressure sensitive tape. Cover ground light housing, push button, switch button boxes, all electrical receptacles mil B121 barrier material sealed with pressure sensitive tape. Control stand, suspend 3 1-pound bag descent inside of the control stand, seal all openings, pressure sensitive tape, coat all unpainted metal control handles with mil C1617 3 grade 4 or equivalent. Traction motors, remove brushes, screws holding the brush leads of the traction motor. Wrap brushes, mil B131 barrier material sealed with a pressure sensitive tape. Store brushes in the locomotive cab. Suspend 4 1-pound bag destinate with a communicator in motor. Place bags that do not contact movable parts of the motor. Replace covers and seal with a pressure sensitive tape. 3 cover fence pinion end of the motor with the mil B124 barrier material sealed with pressure sensitive tape. 4 seal drain holes communicator end with a pressure sensitive tape. 5 cover air outlets with a mil B121 barrier material seal pressure sensitive tape. Slide plywood cover over the unattached end with a traction motor, air duct motor, or locomotive underframe seal with a pressure sensitive tape. Check lubricant level in the gear case. Support with the bearing caps fill to operating levels. 8 seal gear case openings, overflow drains with pressure sensitive tape. Truck journal boxes, roller bearing type. All add lubricant as necessary. Locomotives with a roller bearing journals must be moved periodically while the storage to prevent brittling of the journals. Friction type. Add lubricant as necessary. Jack up the journal boxes to place old oak wooden blocks between the journal box and tie bar and wire in place. Air brake equipment. Remove brake cylinder and apply cylinder grease on the inside of the cylinder piston with replace cover the seal vent underside with the cylinder pressure sensitive tape. 3 wrap piston end of the cylinder with a vapor phase inhibitor B seal with a pressure sensitive tape. Batteries, disconnect the insulate battery leads at the battery, secure the ends, grease all terminals with petroleum jelly. Use batteries when stored should be cleaned in sodium bicarbonate or soda ash. 4 check fluid level charge batteries. 5 clean paint battery boxes. Car body seal all fan exhaust openings on the roof with mil B121 barrier material pressure sensitive tape. 2 seal all air intake openings mil B121 barrier tape material pressure sensitive tape. 3 empty sandboxes seal openings with pressure sensitive tape. Apply tactile 823 EM to door locks and hinges. Board Up windows, hatches, grills, etc. may or may not deem necessary depending upon condition of the storage area upon the anticipated length of the storage. Miscellaneous. The bell wrap. The bottom of the bell mill B121 barrier material seal the pressure sensitive tape. 2. Headlights and class lights cover lens of the mill B121 barrier material seal pressure sensitive tape. Belts and sheaves. Move belts and store flat in a flat position. Coat sheave the mill C. Coat the sheaves with the mill C1617-3 or equivalent. Water coolers service according to the manufacturer instructions. Air filters. All engine car body air filters should be cleaned and oiled before storage and should be restricted to the locomotive taken out of storage. Steam generators for the manufacturer's instruction protection. Coil, valve, valves, pumps, belts, sheaves, and electrical equipment. Windshield wipers. Move wiper bays. Package mill B131 barrier material seal with the pressure sensitive the tape for the storage cap and the wrap wiper arms with the vapor phase inhibitor B seal with the pressure sensitive tape. 8. Speed recorder wrap mill B131 barrier material seal with the pressure sensitive tape. General couplings coat metal portion of the mill C1617-3 or equivalent wrap vapor phase inhibitor B seal with the pressure sensitive tape. Gauge glasses cover the mill B131 barrier material and seal with the pressure sensitive tape. Air hoses remove the mounting grab of the mill B121 barrier material seal with the pressure sensitive tape. The door with the locomotive cab seal with the air pipes mill B121 barrier material and seal with the pressure sensitive tape. Inspection. Perform the following inspections intervals listed below. 3 months. Lift an engine to the top deck covers and inspect for the idle initial signs of corrosion. Most intensive inspection should be not attempted unless these signs of corrosion are found. Usually spray Technium 823 EM as all of the necessary to terminate progressive corrosion before it reaches serious proportions. 2. Caution not bar engine over during the inspection. 2. Locomotives equipped with roller bearing journals should be moved to prevent brittling over the bearing journals to distribute the lubricating to the axle and pinion gears, motor support bearings. 3. Check fluid and change charge batteries. 4. Replace sealing materials distributed during the inspection. Reuse original materials. 6 months. Inspect engine airbox, oil pan for signs of corrosion. Do not bar engine over during this inspection. 2. Inspect desiccant color cards for the equipment in which desiccant bags are used and replace the bags and cards where necessary. Inspect vapor phase inhibitor material. Replace if material color so indicates. 4. Replace all sealing materials disturbed during the inspection. Do not reuse original material. Alright, that was Electric Motor Division, General Motor Corporation Maintenance Instructions 1726, Locomotive Storage Procedures.